Do the Royals have any more playoff magic left in them? We'll find out tonight in Game 6 of the World Series.
KSN Sports has learned tonight that Leon Miller will be the new head football coach at Neosho.
The Lamar Tigers were not messing around today from start to finish. A dominating performance as Lamar completes a perfect season.
The NEO wrestling program is in the hunt for their second consecutive JUCO national title. Yeah, and of course Neosho and Seneca are looking to repeat as state title winners. We'll have some video from Columbia here coming up. The Carl Junction Lady Bulldogs are going to the Final Four for the first time in school history, but for one senior starter on the team, this season almost didn't happen. Carl Junction was battling for a spot in the Final Four last year against Owensville when this happened in the fourth quarter.
I remember going for the ball, and then all I remember was coming back and hearing the crowd kind of scream and say, "We love you, Emma," and I just started crying, and that's really all I remember from it.
Emma Frack, the junior point guard for Carl, had to leave the game with a concussion. She never returned, and Carl went on to lose in overtime. And that led to a big decision in the summer.
I've always wanted to play basketball. My parents thought it would be best if I didn't play this year.
Obviously, the most important thing for us was for Emma to be healthy and to be safe. And talking to her parents over the summer, it was kind of a decision they had all made together, which I thought, I supported 100%.
I was heartbroken. I was crying when I had to tell Coach Shorter that I couldn't play this year, and he hugged me and just told me that he understood and that we can try to work something out later on.
But then a week before the season, a change of heart. Emma got the blessing from her parents to return to the basketball court.
They didn't think I was going to play at all, but I kept trying to suddenly bring it up to them that I was wanting to and that I could. So I just finally kept pressuring them more and more, and they finally let me.
Super excited. I remember she texted me and told me that she was going to end up playing, and I remember it was just a really good day to hear that she's going to play with us.
I think she kind of got the itch, and we were just talking about, the possibilities of her moving over to a 2 position on our team as opposed to being the point guard.
And Frack has been a key contributor all season for CJ in their run to the Final Four. She's their best 3-point shooter, and according to her coach, she's even better on the defensive end.
Defensively, though, I think is where Emma really excels. She is probably one of the quickest, if not the quickest kid in Southwest Missouri.
A season to remember for Carl Junction, and one that Emma Frack appreciates now more than ever.
I'm so happy that I played basketball this year. I couldn't imagine my life without basketball. How well our team has gotten along together is probably my favorite part, and the coaches, we've just gotten along and had a fantastic season, so it's been a lot of fun.
And Emma Frack and Carl Junction leave tomorrow for Columbia. They'll play their semifinal game Thursday night at 8:30 against Incarnate Word.
Yeah, look at that, Mom. Go in there and look at that.
Like hundreds of homes in Joplin and Duquesne, the one at 4471 East 25th Street is rubble, the home where Jamie McMurray grew up.
What do you think of all this?
Well, I haven't been here in so long. I was actually just trying to kind of figure out, it's hard to picture exactly where you're at without all the walls up. But I think the thing I was most curious about, honestly, was looking in that bathroom, like where we used to go every time a tornado came through, and you always wondered when you got in there, was that the correct place to be? I mean, it's overwhelming looking at everything.
The family living here somehow survived the tornado, taking cover near Jamie's old bedroom.
And you're talking about the tree fell from right over there?
Uh-huh.
Like it fell this way, right? I got you.
All the way across the bed.
And so that was the here it is moment, right? Oh. You move away from here, and I was telling them when my mom moved from here, I actually kind of wanted to buy this, and I thought, well, it'll always be there. I could always, go back. And I think it's probably the most upsetting part to me is that, this is where you grew up, and it's not here anymore.
Jamie's parents, Dad Jim and Mom Susan, built the home in the early 70s. They later divorced, and Susan sold it 5 years ago and moved to North Carolina to be with Jamie. And today was very emotional for them as well.
There's a lot of memories here, and a lot of friends here, but luckily everybody I've talked to is okay, and they can rebuild, and they'll put their lives back together.
McMurray also took time to see the destruction across town. He visited the Convoy of Hope Relief Center met with some old friends and comforted some of the victims. And for Jamie and his family, this has become a very personal cause.
Joplin, Missouri will always be where I'm from, and I said it earlier, when they introduced you every single weekend at the races, they introduced you as being from Joplin, Missouri, and it certainly has a really special place in my heart. To be honest with you guys, and you know this because you're here, you can't really explain what you're looking at. I mean, you can look at it on TV, but you can't explain it in person.
Neosho High School made it official today, announcing Leon Miller is their next head football coach. Miller has spent the last 9 years as head coach at Girard High School. He's also coached at Parsons and Frontenac. He has 28 years of head coaching experience, and his teams made the playoffs in 23 of those seasons, including 1 state championship. He's a very respected coach in Southeast Kansas, and now he'll cross into Missouri. And Miller replaces Dustin Baldwin, who left Neosho after 4 seasons to be the head coach at Republic. Well, the Missouri High School State Wrestling Championships are taking place in Columbia. This is Seneca's Trey Smith. Class 1, 152-pound semifinals, and he gets the pin. Smith will look to repeat as a state champion tomorrow. Class 2, Monette, 106 pounds. Joseph Semerad with the pin there. He advances to Saturday's title match. And also from Monette, 113-pound. Joel Barrientos gets a decision. He will also wrestle for a state title tomorrow. Monette is in 3rd place in the team standings in Class 2. Now, as for Neosho, in Class 3, again, the Wildcats are going after their 5th straight state title. Neosho has a 10-point lead on Kearney. Carl Junction sits in 11th place. Zeke Wall will wrestle for a state title tomorrow against Neosho's Adrian Hitchcock in the 285-pound class. And Webb City's Hunter Van Loo will also wrestle for a state title tomorrow. In Class 1, Seneca going for the repeat state title. They are in 2nd place right now behind Whitfield. Seneca has 3 individuals going for titles tomorrow. Well, the Lamar boys basketball program had already clinched a share of the Big 8 title, but with a win tonight, Lamar would win that title outright. And Lamar on the road at Aurora. Quick start for the visiting Tigers. First minute of the game, Sam Timmons makes a tough move, somehow gets the layup to drop, plus the foul, 3-0 Lamar. Shortly after, Timmons missing from close range, but gets the board and is fouled on the putback. Another and one. He had 23 points tonight, but Matthew Miller was the answer for Aurora. Nice finish here on the reverse layup. Gets the Hound Dogs offense moving. Then Miller driving from the foul line, gets the contact here and the basket. He had a big night, 28 points tonight for Miller. It was a close one, but the Hound Dogs beat Lamar tonight, 70-67. Meanwhile, the Nevada Tigers won their 15th game in a row, an impressive road win at Kansas City Center, 71-67. Clay Gaiman had 43 points tonight for Nevada. The Tigers are now 20-3 on the season. The Diamond Wildcats home against a good Greenfield team. First quarter, Diamond's Blake Drake. Quick move to the basket, and he'll finish at the rim, 4-3 Diamond. But turnovers, an issue for Diamond. Jalen Roby coming up with the steal, and the senior glides in for the layup. Greenfield up 14-8 after 1 quarter. Second quarter, Diamond senior Carter Pruitt recently scored his 1,000th career point. Nice move there in the lane. Diamond still down 6, but Greenfield with some size down low. 6'5" Colin White finishes and 1. It was a competitive game, but Greenfield holds on to win 48-44. Greenfield also wins the Spring River Valley Conference title.